A common misconception that many Christians have in America is that once you're saved, that means you can just start disobeying God now. It's almost as if before you knew Christ, when you were doing all those sins, that was bad. But now that you know what sin is, now you're like allowed to do it. That's really the attitude that a lot of people have, because the Bible says that the carnal mind is at enmity with the law of God. And enmity means to be an enemy. And you'll see a lot of Christians who, if you tell them that they still have to obey the commandments, they'll say like you're legalistic, or the law is abolished, like all these things that aren't actually in the Bible. Or if you take their position on what certain verses say, they make the Bible go against itself. So that's one of the reasons why I keep the commandments, is because I believe that for a story to make sense, it has to be consistent. And when I take the antinomian position and then the position of actually obeying God's commandments, only one of them makes the Bible make sense in context, whereas the antinomian position, you have to read a lot of things into the Bible. These people tend to have very complicated theologies. But the fact is God is not the author of confusion. It's the devil who's the author of dispensationalism. It's the devil who's the author of Calvinism. It's the devil who's the author of all the, mystery Babylon apostolic traditions. They're not apostolic, and they are definitely traditions. Um, so, like, you've got to realize, though, that we are saved unto good works, right? So sin is bad, yeah. And what's funny is the people who are antinomian will say, I'm sinning because I keep the commandments. And it's really silly, but the thing is, these people get so academic, they get so inflated. They do what I call, they create castles in the sky, right? They have all these like thoughts, all these esoteric thoughts, right? They justify their actions because they don't want to walk the narrow road. They don't want to think their pastor is deceptive. They want to, watch TV. I don't know what else people want to do. But the fact is Jesus is our example. He is not our excuse to go back to sin. So Jesus didn't die so you could live like someone who is dead. Jesus died so you could live through him, because the actual freedom actually comes from obeying God. The freedom doesn't come from obeying the devil and sin, because sin is a twisting of reality. All right.